Hi, guys and gals. It's Tuesday once again, so that means true tempo time. And I have a sweet different version of Izzet Delver in front of me. This is actually the idea of one of the viewers who wrote to me proposing Mockingbird as a kind of solution to stuff like Bowmasters and Barragoyf. And well, Mockingbird is a card that when it came out, I thought about it and I chose to discard it as an idea for Delver because it's not a standalone threat. I like my threats to be just good enough that I can play one and either disrupt the opponent or defend the creature and proceed to win the game like that. So ideally, a hand has like a fetch, a wasteland, a delver or channeler, and cantrips and disruption. But Mockingbird doesn't fit that plan. It needs other creatures already on the battlefield for it to be good. So that's why I never played it before. But well, the idea is that we're still playing the A1 drops in Delver and Channeler, so it could be the second creature. In that sense, this should be a really aggressive build. If those draws come together with two 1-drops in play on turn 2, that could be sweet. I think being aggressive is a good thing in the metagame, so I'm down with that. And then the kind of special text on Mockingbird is, in theory, being the bowmasters that go into play and targeting the opponent's bowmasters. So in that sense, it becomes like in the matchup with bowmasters. Regardless, you want to wait. You don't want to be the first one to play it. But when they see our Dimir opponents, when they see we play Izzet, um, they have no reason to wait really. They're gonna jam it, and then we can maybe play our Mockingbird and clear their bowmasters. And well, if they have more bowmasters, then the problem continues. And for that reason, I considered if it was viable trying out 4 Mockingbirds. I don't really see that yet, but if this works out, like if this little bird is actually good, better than I thought initially, then I might be tempted to try that. And the other problematic card is Barragoyf that it can kind of um, trade with. Of course, like the scenario is that they play Barragoyf, we copy it, and then if they attack, we're probably going to trade. But if we have some bad blocker um, that is less relevant, maybe we like it. I don't know, a Delver. Maybe we just block the Barragoyf and we fly in with our supercharged bird Barragoyf, and maybe that's a game we win. It's nice that Barragoyf hits Brazens, so maybe we, yeah, there's scenarios where that can be pretty sweet. But otherwise, I think the baseline is just trading with the Barragoyf. Um, and let's see if this becomes like just a bad creature in the hand that we want to pitch to force a big portion of the time, or not. And in the sideboard, I'm once again trying a bunch of hearses because I still want to be able to board out Delvers and Force of Wills against most Bowmaster matchups. So because of that, I want more threats, and hers is both good against Reanimator and good against Nethergoyf and Murktide. So I think it's an awesome sideboard choice. I still have one. I chose to have a fourth anti-graveyard card here in the quick macabre. Um, but otherwise, yeah, I think sure it's a bit slow, but I don't bank on them always having Entomb Reanimate backed up with Daze of Force turn 1s and 2. I'm prepared to play a longer game. And well, the viewer had a raid in their proposed deck list, and Sometimes, yeah, I always think about it a bit. I rarely play it, but I think it's nice in the way that it lets me have more cards to board in against like Tamios and Bowmasters, basically, in those matchups, and also, of course, all the green kind of Nadu-ish matchups where we just want some bolts to get them stopped in their tracks early. The rest is pretty standard. I guess that 2 Hydroblast is well, because of the Stompy and mirrors, red Stompy and mirrors that are pretty normal these days. Um, I chose to put a Force of Negation in the main to make some room. This was Spell Pierce, but yeah, I think it's nice. It's pretty rare for me to play Negation main, so it's also kind of trying that out, see how it feels. This is a deck that doesn't grind. We don't have like cutters or druids, so if we meet control, that's gonna be tough. But yeah, let's see. I like this is interesting. Trying out the bird. So let's go play some games. All right, round one, and I think the opponent might be playing Dimir Reanimator. They won the die roll, and I have a keep. One land. Probably playing Chandler. Let's see. In general, given the choice, okay, I like playing like without thinking about Force of Will yet. I like playing Delvis first, because they have a higher chance of getting aggressive early, flipping. Unless if I have Bauble and I'm playing Chandler. Okay, huh? They chose to take not the Force of Will. Maybe they have a Daze. Maybe that means they have a Daze. Um, maybe it doesn't make a difference. I think I'm gonna Wasteland because it's pretty free. Sure, they might have a thoughts when another Thoughtseize and take Delver, but also have Murktide waiting as another threat. So I wouldn't hate that. Maybe they take Force of Will now. They take Murktide. Huh. Interesting. One of the not playable cards. Sweet. Getting that Daze is a big, big boon. I think that can be the difference of winning and losing this game. Um, Unknown card, and here I'm actually tempted to take the island, uh, because the bold is not necessarily what this game is about, but being able to bounce like a Murktide might be it. I'm gonna take the island. Um, let's see if that comes back to haunt me. I feel like I have the time to draw cantrips or lands to get the bold. If the bold is here to like cross the finish line, um, and not target creatures. Awesome. Okay, we are set up to protect the queen, protect the insect, and like now, say I had okay, the entomb now. That's fine. Um, attracts like if they thought sees, they're pretty close to brainstorm. Sure. Just to finish my sentence, if I had played like a volcanic, fetched volcanic, play Delver, and they waste me, then I don't have Daze up anymore. I feel like that's more important. Just having a solid mana base in a matchup where I don't think that Bolt is gonna target a creature. Okay, so I can Daze Reanimate. That's awesome. They don't know about the Daze. Now they don't have much time before. Okay, they concede. Yeah, they don't have any more time. My opponent. So I'm just gonna say again. I hope I remember to say they and opponent and other kinds of um, neither male nor female defined words. But I do have a bad habit of saying he, I think, after I guess many years of playing against men and big boys. But still, it's a bad habit. So um, hers is get over here so we can see clearly. Now we don't know anything about their plan. I don't expect bowmasters in the dark. Um, I do expect Bergoyfs. Um, so doesn't change much. But like theoretically, a braid could be a card. But I think that's only if I see a bunch of Void Walkers and Bowmasters, and of course they have Tamios. So I'm gonna board out a Wasteland, couple of Baubles, 2 bolts. Let's see. I actually think I have too many creatures for a matchup like this. Um, oh, sorry, kid. My son is maybe waking up. Maybe he's gonna be going for a dinner break. I don't want to board out one more Wasteland, really. Oh yes, I could I could shave. I think I'm gonna shave Murktide and maybe a Mockingbird. Hmm. Well, thing is, I'm testing to see if this is good against Bergov, so I should try to stay true to that, I guess. Okay, I'm shaving one more of those and one bubble. Yeah, that's what I did in the earlier video. 1 sec. All right, the sun is maybe still sleeping, so maybe not. Then more sounds will appear. I hope you can live with that. So I have like agreedly slow hand compared to if they have Entomb Reanimate. I could play it safe and play Ponder, looking for both lands, Force of Will. I think I like that. Or Macabre. Like Chandler can wait. Um, I feel like I can kind of get cheesed in two ways, either by Entomb Reanimate or by getting wasted. So I'm pondering to try and avoid that. And then I am maybe bringing son to dinner. Yeah, hold on. All right, so they just surveilled, dodged a bullet. I mean, I don't think you have to be that afraid all the time against Reanimator, but of course it's kind of natural. It's natural to be wary of what can happen in any matchup. Okay. So now the question becomes, do we want to play into Daze or not? They could also be representing Bowmasters. I could waste. I think. This is tough. They didn't want the Thoughtseize. Why is that? They were looking for lands, maybe. I can I can. I choose to read it like that. They entomb. Okay. Scary. Hmm. So now I feel like I have to hold up Brainstorm. Pyroblast Brainstorm. They don't have anything. Okay. Well, the fact that they chose to entomb without having reanimate makes me think they don't have Bowmasters. Um, so I think I'm gonna risk this Brainstorm because I really want to yeah, find a force. Exactly. I have too many Pyroblasts. Because this hearse is what's up. This is definitely what's up. Let's see if I get double dazed or forced. Wow. Okay. In business. We are in business. Yeah. Just gonna consider well, I have all these Pyroblasts, so I actually don't think I'm gonna like play around Murktide. They have 6 cards, 7. So it doesn't really make a difference. I'm just gonna like activate hers in their end step. So now they might be looking for Brazen to bounce my hearse, but I still like the Archon will be gone, and Atraxa will be under like Pyroblast attack if it ever comes into play. Here's the Murktide. Yep, that's fine. Oh, that's awesome. Because I wanted to play a threat and like a Chandler, then Pyroblast, but I was a bit wary of Daze. Now having the Wasteland is perfect because of two things: them having this mana base and me playing around Daze. Yeah, I like that because okay, that's enough. Okay, this was super quick. Basically, they didn't have neither the fast combo nor the Daze or Force for hers, and that was enough. So yeah, sweet. See you for round two. All right, round two, and we have a one die roll, and okay. So had Mockingbird been a Delver or Chandler, this hand would have been perfect. As it is, it's just still keepable, definitely keepable. But I mean, I'm not cutting Delvers or Chandlers for the bird. It's just I think worth noticing that it's not a one drop like I used to. You shouldn't count it as a one drop. This also kind of deck building wise takes the slot of um, like Christian Druid, something like that. So Thoughtseize. I feel like dazing is fine because I'm not playing much with my lands. Anyways, I'm gonna surveil. I don't see the reason to give them info here. Swamp tells me they're doing something broken. Um, I don't want that. Tells me they're doing something broken, but at least now they won't know that that I have no protection beyond this Daze. So maybe they'll play a bit slower than they otherwise would. Okay, nice. I'm going to Thundering Falls again. Yeah, if I have to Daze, it's gonna slow me down, but I'm actually gonna keep this. I think any counter spell here is valuable, and even though I would have preferred a Force, a Daze might be enough to keep me alive. Okay. So what is this? Bowmasters? Could play the Wasteland if they want to surveil. But then, yeah, my double Daze will be much worse in that case. I like to be able to hardcast Daze and Daze with Volcanic, so that I can play Murktide afterwards. If they have a Bowmasters, maybe. Okay. So maybe it's another Dimir Reanimator. That's nice. I'd like to play against that deck all day, especially if it can. Okay. It's in play. If I can get the chance to try out my sideboard techs. So I can make myself a Tamiyo and then bolt it, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna play a Wasteland. All right. And what's the timing on this? Are they gonna surveil? I can beat Brainstorm with my double Daze at the moment. I guess I'll give them the chance to fire off a fetch at a weird time. But I won't let them untap. Okay, Bowmasters. Nice. Nice. I mean, with me having mana up and another Daze, I feel pretty confident winning this this battle on the stack. And then I can waste them. Okay, they force. Awesome. Pitching attracts though, so it is indeed the Reanimator with some main deck Bowmasters. They have 2 cards. They have they can't play Murktide. They can't Entomb Reanimate with this current configuration. So, okay, no plays. Looks like. Sweet. Gonna Bauble myself. They could have Bowmasters here. Is that a problem? If they get a 2/2, I guess it's okay. Yeah, but maybe. Yeah, I think. I really want to find like a force. I have a kind of an advantage now. But then again, the Murktide should be good enough, but they haven't had a good chance to play a Daze, so it's also risky just running this out next turn. Okay, I think I'm gonna play as if they don't have Bowmasters because they shouldn't have that many, and I actually want them to Daze my Bauble, so I'm gonna play it like this. Oops, wrong artifacts. So let's see, what am I drawing? Card I don't want. Here's the Bowmasters. No, Entomb. Okay. Then I need to draw a Force of Will. Maybe. Maybe. We can't know for sure, of course, but that's kind of the risk. That's the game they play. Okay, so we are naked. Dodge the bullet. Sweet. So now we have more draws coming up. Question is, how do I feel about getting dazed on my Murktide? Other option is just drawing a card, but then even if it's force, I get dazed on my. I think the thing is, like, if they have animate dead or something, I have to draw a card, and Daze still beats me. So I think. No, okay, I'm gonna take one turn off drawing a card. I'm gonna take a turn off. It's tough, but I feel like them having Daze is extremely likely, and they need to draw a gas to kind of go anywhere. So technically, I should have some time. Technically, I should have some time. Okay, yeah. I should play a bit faster. This isn't really super complicated, but I feel like, yeah, these details matter. Now, I'm not gonna play around double Daze. They could have force, which is just what it is. And I am. If this gets countered, then I can play a Chandler. So I guess I'm not. 1, 2, 3, 6, 6. It's still a 3-turn clock, so I can do it like this. I can do it like this. So force or double Daze. I'm pretty sure something is gonna happen of that sort. Force, pitching force. Okay. I think they had pitched. They would have pitched the Daze if they had it. So now I have delirium. But let's see. They might have a Daze. Okay, they do. They kept the Daze. I guess they don't have another blue card. Otherwise, I think they would have kept a force. So they have a black card in hand. Maybe. So I actually don't know what happens if Mockingbird Tameo flips. Uh, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna find out. I guess I'm gonna find out. I mean, is it just gonna be a Mockingbird? Either way, I like brainstorming here. So, and I guess I'm not gonna play my Wasteland yet. My fetch, because I might want to waste. Okay. So what do I get? I get nothing. Okay. Fine. Let's ponder and shuffle and then waste. Okay. Well, a threat is really good. And then I can hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I really need a threat. Like just shorten the time. Um Before they draw in reanimate or animate dead. That's what I meant. Okay, entomb. Great. So they are drawing from the top. They threw Daze in the yard. Sure. I have a bad draw here, but I also have a brainstorm. So okay, scary ponder. Scary ponder. If I don't die now, I need to just get the most. Okay, they don't shuffle, but they don't play anything. They maybe want to play around Daze. Now, I have a bad card. I think I'm just gonna like my delirium trigger gets rid of the bad card, and yeah. Then I'm gonna draw a card in response to have more cards for Brainstorm. Just, well, it's not nothing because they don't have a Traxa. So it's actually kind of decent. Because I can bounce. Because I can bounce. So it's like, it's a game, if they reanimate, it's a game we can still win. That I think we will win, actually. So that's awesome. Like, get rid of a Chandler and a Delver. They go up a card, but they're at few life. And then we just bounce. Like, they need a Force of Will or a Thoughtseize to beat that. So what? Animate that. Ponder. Okay. They shuffle. And they found it, and we have a game. Nice. That is more fun. Gonna upkeep because I know I'm doing it, so I might as well get a good draw step. That is almost lethal, but it's not. Um, it is not. Hmm. I mean, it's tempting. I feel like that's better than a random card. I might be horribly wrong. Now it kind of shuts down force and fetches without them knowing about it. Murktide. I didn't think about that one. I did not think about that one. That's a reason for not taking the bolt, but on the other hand, bolt might get there. Bolt might get there. I'm drawing a card end of turn, but I'm probably bolting upkeep. Wasteland. I mean, then I can play Brazen, and now they can't attack me. But then they could also just have, well, this is tough. I think I'm gonna keep it for that reason. This is I felt like I messed up somewhere. Yeah, I'm certainly spending a lot of time. I'm gonna play this now, so I can waste them off the blue, which means that they won't be realistically playing more Murktides, nor attacking me, nor playing Reanimate. If they have a natural Bowmasters, then I lose. Tamio is a jump blocker. They should attack, yeah. Wow, I might be losing this game. It's a good game, but I'm really curious if I messed up, where I messed up. Guess makes sense to see if I. Okay, I have to jump. Yeah. What a game. What a game. Like that bolt was maybe just a dead draw that I chose to keep with the channeler. Maybe I could have wasted them before, maybe? I don't remember. I think I might have had a window to waste them. So I'm basically trying to bolt and cantrips into bolts. Or that. That's pretty cool. I draw a card. Yeah. And they have a free attack. really need to play faster, by the way. Ponder, yeah. They have a free attack with Temia one time? No, because I will be trading, so they have the Temia advantage. They shuffle. But being at 1 means that like winning slow is maybe not good enough for them. All my creatures are threats now. Well, actually not Chandler, but still a bit sweet. Let's find that bolt. Awesome. What a game. What a game. Force of Negation. I did not think about that. I should have played around that. I felt so confident with the force, and it was enough. But of course, I should have played in their upkeep. Wow, Magic is so deep. There's always better plays, uh, better plays than what you just do, like off the cuff. Not always, but pretty often. So they showed me Bowmasters with a lot of creatures, I guess. When they have the Bowmasters in the main, they also had Force of Negation. It's a bit tough fitting in both, I think. Daze is not that good on the draw. Force of Negation is medium. Since they have Bowmasters, my Delvers are a bit worse. But I guess they are not playing a lot, right? This Mockingbird might become a Dorothy Voidwalker. That would be nice. Am I maybe I should. It's a bit weird, but kind of going one more Daze, one less Delver makes me slightly better against Bowmasters and the combo. But it might be actually better like that, and just accept the 2-for-1. Just dazing Dimir Reanimator on the draw is pretty tough. Okay. This Delver might be a blue card for Force of Will. I can start on Thundering Falls. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Kind of okay with the land. I guess that's too many forces. Okay, a slow-ish start from them. If I can play hers. I guess I'm just trying to force through the hearse here, especially if I don't have another land. All these forces, they need to do something. Even though it hurts getting dazed here. Okay, they force pitching Brainstorm. I can force pitch Brazen, I think. I'm a bit soft, to say the least, to Paragoyf. but at least this hearse is in play early. So who knows? They're not playing Baragorf on 3. Murktide is gonna be tough for them. The combo is gonna be tough. Sweet. I think if I ponder, I can test the waters for Bowmasters and bold it, of course. Yeah, okay. Heat is sweet, even though I don't have Delirium yet. I guess I don't need the Force. They don't have Daze. I have their combo in check. I have Murktide in check. Baragorf is the biggest issue, and I am a creature away from having Delirium. I think I should just not play with this Force. And I could play a Delver. The risk being that they have another. Yeah, no, I shouldn't be too cautious. That cautious. I think if they have the second, it's just life. See if they can kind of push me to use hers. No, they keep a card. But I mean, between Murktide and hers, Baragorf will be small for a few turns, a couple of turns. Okay, that is a shame. But if my Murktide lives, then it's okay. Basically, it means like Brazen is their answer. So that's the big question, if they have Brazen. And I guess if I can draw a blue card. I think, yeah. It hurts being, but I'm under some threats, some kind of clock here. So I want to just like I don't have negation up, but I'm also not attacking with my 4/4. It's not good enough. Getting 3 back, and the Temio getting a free attack as well. I think I have to just accept that they can have Brazen here. A lot of other cards in hand I have under control. Baragorf, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Sweet. Can I attack? I mean, I take. This is tough. I feel like I can attack. And I really need to win this game, by the way, with my time. I don't know if my internet is bad or something today, but it almost feels like it. I don't feel like I'm playing that slowly. Yep, take 4. I mean, this is a race I'm winning. You draw a card. Okay. I'm happy playing this. Just getting in there. This is a really cool game. Different. And now they have a big turn. They want to get the Bergoyf up and running, and they also want to. Let's see. Bowmasters. Okay. Still not good enough to beat me. Straight up. But between jumping with Tamio and 1, 2, 3, 4, it's very close. Let's put it like that. I'm gonna remove that land, I guess. And nothing more? Wow. That's amazing. I can't crew, but I can jump black with Channeler. So that is definitely something. So now they need to deal with my flyer or beat me in this attack step. Thoughtseize. Do I Force of Negate this one? It kind of yeah, I think I will. Be careful not to gonna put it on top just to keep the graveyard free. Like the lifelink is not important. I just need to not die. Like I can block Bergoyf, take 5. Definitely not playing around more Bowmasters. Don't think I could either. Okay, so I'm removing that because that's a jump blocker. They have 1 card left. One card left. So can they play another jump blocker? Is the question really? I have a force on top. Might be worth a fetch to be able to draw a bolt or Mockingbird. What's the last card? Okay, I think they're just using my time with that fetch. Black the big bad Bergoyf. And And what else? No, nothing more. Okay, that was, especially because of the clock, pretty exciting. It was a good game regardless, but okay. I need to pick up the pace with this internet speed, or maybe it's just me being slow. Regardless, thanks for watching. Well, time for round 3 in a moment. All right, welcome to round 3, and I won the die roll. That is always nice. My opponent might be on Necrodominance, but I'm definitely not sure. And I have a difficult one. If this island was a Volk, it'd be easy. The fact that there is some chance that my opponent is on an all-in combo deck means that I think I'm gonna keep this. And if this Mockingbird was just a Delver, I'd be happy, but they mulligan a lot. Yeah. I don't know if I should play a 1/1 here. It seems so bad, but it might be like against Necrodominance, it's better than nothing. I have cards to pitch, so I'm gonna do it. It hurts. It hurts, but I think it's slightly better than not doing it. 20 turns from now, they'll be dead. And they crack a nice wooded. That doesn't look very Necrodominancy. Huh. Okay. So they just mulliganed a lot, but it looks like they're playing a quote-unquote normal deck. So now this Mockingbird really hurts. I would have been happy to have that mana. I guess that's just the doubt was actually the reason for not playing it. I was a bit too confident in being against a broken deck. But yeah. I think this was the right play if I was absolutely sure the opponent was on Necrodominance. But of course, I couldn't be. I could not be. They don't attack. They have endurance. Okay. Endurance. Guess if they have endurance, I'm happy to get a surveil trigger on my force. Okay. I'm still not building this hierarch. I'm waiting to see where they go. They might have enough mana. Okay. What is their plan? I guess we might find out now. Even though this was almost like mulliganing myself, and Force is similar, it feels like we're in a decent spot. But probably only because they mulliganed to 5. Had Mockingbird been a noble instead, well, that would have been better. Okay, a white. Like, that's a card that I can probably bolt. Unless they play scary things like Legolas. What's the name? Legolas's quick reflexes. but white, okay, like black-green Cradle Control. I don't know if that really still is, like the deck might have changed a lot, but basically that's the deck. It's just a 2/2. They have 3 mana when it resolves. I think this is where I just count on my bolt to be good enough. And another one. So this one I'll be forcing, I think. Yeah, this one I'll be forcing. And I guess this Murktide is not getting there. I feel like that's too far away. But bouncing something could happen. A land, I don't need that. So, another 1-drop, maybe? No? Okay, awesome. So, I am completely, for sure, going to bolt, so I'm going to do it now, so I can maybe find a waste. Daze they have, 4 mana. Seems bad. Seems a bit too bad. Okay. My poor beats. Yeah, having a noble would have, ignoble would have been so much better. Attacking with Exalted, having mana up to like play Brazen or yeah, whatever. So as it stands right now, the Murktide looks better than Brazen, but maybe either one is just a blue pitch, but it's worth thinking about. Or maybe I was too fast to discard Murktide as a good card. Two cards. They could have Endurance. Once upon a time, they would play now, I guess. Natural Order, if they play that, I think they would play it. Okay, so if they have Endurance, what do I do? Guess I force it. I guess I force it. Maybe they want to trade with a Dried Arbor here on the Chandler. Okay. I could bounce it, but then it's just coming back. So we can't have that. Ponder. Okay, that'll be awesome next turn. And not playing this land. I think I need like to really get in position to win this game. I should like find a Brainstorm and like make all my cards count. I'm thinking about whether bolding this does something. I mean, it doesn't really shut much off, is the thing. It might be better just at going to face. I really need Delirium. Like, I might be able to beat a white. Might. really not sure. Like if they play endurance now, okay, that tells me they don't have endurance. Because otherwise they're not playing around Daze as well. Well, who knows? They do have endurance. Yes, okay. I guess they checked me for double Daze before. That's fair enough. Okay, well, nothing to do about this. I'm happy the timing is now. So, when do I want Delirium, really? I can ponder, but don't want to suicide my Chandler, of course. I don't mind trading the Mockingbird, though. That's pretty sweet. It's not extremely sweet, but it's okay. So I'll do that. I will prepare to flip a Delver. So do I want to trade with either one? No, the thing is, like, well, actually, attacking just with this one, it's not gonna work. It's just gonna take one. But if I attack with both, they're gonna eat the Chandler. And then I can start attacking with Delver next turn. Yeah, I hope they don't have the Hexproof card. Legolas's Reflexes. I don't need the Surveil trigger, so I guess, yeah, I should have played differently. I could have gotten rid of the land at the bottom. That was a bit bad. I didn't plan that out enough in advance. Yeah. So let's see what their top deck gives them. Maybe they have the order. In which case I'm dead to Atraxa. Two endurance is gone, but Zenith means more endurances. This is a tough matchup, by the way. If you weren't already aware, like infinite endurances, that's kind of enemy number one for Izzet Delver. Getting rid of the graveyard, blocking one drops is pretty horrible. They multi-5 and I feel like I'm losing. Even though my hand was not awesome, of course. My forces got me down, but yeah, endurances are tough cookies to beat. Okay, you're gonna trap me with another endurance? In that case, I'm gonna brainstorm now to try and find a Murktide. Okay, Daze is not live. Daze is not live. Is Daze gonna do anything? I don't think so. Brazen could kind of do something. Okay, sweet. So now I think there is hope. There's actual hope. Hmm. Like whites, I'll be bouncing, and that will force them to have another good draw, a better draw. Endurance buys me time to get them to 2. It's not awesome, but then I can play Brazen and make 1 attack that gets the job done if they don't have another good draw. So, it's not bad. Natural order, I won't beat. It's a pretty tight game. Reclaimer. I mean, that's not scary. That finds a tapped land. Tapped land doesn't do anything. It finds a facing land. That's what it does. It finds a facing land. Whoops. Is Daze live? No, they have ignoble. Ah, okay. They already had that. Well, doesn't change much. In the sense that they still need to draw something. Do they have more of these? Maybe they have like the copy, like sack it and they copy it. If they sack it and copy it, they take 4 as it stands. I don't like. I'd rather force them to spend that mana. Bouncing does, it seems weak. I think we have a land on top, so whoops, natural order. Green sun. Crater hoof. Well, I can maybe beat that. Daze. If I daze, I take 4, 9. Hold on. Plus 4, that's 7, 9, 16. That's too much. I'm definitely dazing. And what am I bouncing? The Reclaimer or the Crater Hoof? If I bounce the Crater Hoof, they can do it again next turn. This I take 9. Then maybe I can jump there. Fiesu. Yeah. I think this is correct. Yeah, Exalted, I forgot about. But kind of, I mean, that looks like I have like a jump on the big one. Take one. Right? This is a cool game. Let's see. Can they get rid of my Mockingbird? Started this game as an embarrassing turn one play, and now it's here to give its life for a greater cause. That's beautiful. Awesome. We got there. Yeah, I was fortunate that they had those two mulligans. Give me a shot. So, don't have the Grafticus Cage, which is nice in this matchup. I think hers is interesting because white, once it's out of bolt range, I'm kind of in trouble. And it's a way of attacking through endurance. So my flyers are not forced to suicide. I think that's pretty cool. Dum 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 dum. Daze is pretty bad. Mockingbird, what does it do? If I have white of the Reliquary, is that nice? Don't think so. They might have Bowmasters in the sideboard. I think I can kind of cut this one. These two Dazes, what's up with that? Yeah, I think it's okay. It's just okay. Like 3 hearse is pretty crazy. But I feel like getting the first one quick online can be pretty good. Yeah, like I explained. I never tried this, but it sounds reasonable. Do nothing hand with Delver. It's easy keep, but it might be too slow easily. In the sense that I really need bolts, I think, to keep them fair. Turn to white is what I'm expecting. Or endurance. Here's the white. Ready to shine. Okay, they go Dryad Arbor. They fetch the forest, so I assume they have another land for the white to get the black mana for the white. There's a world where I want to be able to double bolt next turn. Like that would be awesome. So I'm gonna do like this since I drew another fetch. And bobbling in their turn on my deck to stack my triggers, Delver and Bauble, according to what I see. If I see something that doesn't flip Delver, then I'll draw before resolving the Delver trigger. Yep. poor, poor. I'm looking at a poor future if I don't find a bolt. White is such a beast when it's active. Okay, they don't want to trade. Interesting, but yeah, I understand. Okay. Withdrawing card. And I prioritize getting deeper in my deck for the bolt rather than brainstorming for a flip. Okay. Do I want to find a force? I would love to. I think I'm gonna brainstorm for that reason. Bolt force would be nice. Okay. Okay. Well, I have to sacrifice another creature. So what if they don't have another creature in play? Could that be a way of winning? Put a ponder on top to flip, and then I'm gonna waste the Dread Arbor. It's still in bold range. Well, once I force a creature, it's not. But still, well, I don't know. It's tough. Best case scenario is that they don't have another creature. Second best is me finding Unholy Heat, I guess. Or Hers Bolt. Okay, so that must be their last land. Since it doesn't do much right now on this board, the Talon Gates. Another one. This can't. We can't do this. Yeah, I'm really hoping to find one of those hearses. To keep the white fair. I think I can ponder to get like Delirium on. And oof. Maybe find a threat. Nice. Bouncing is sweet. And I have a Surveillant coming up. Okay. There is a route to tempoing out this game. Let's see which kind of threats I have to deal with. But yeah, if this is just a 2/2 attacking, it's really much more simple. But yeah, winning the race against the white is tough when you have to handle their other threats. The good thing here is another one. Okay, so yeah, I'm just forcing. I don't want to risk like brainstorming and not finding another blue card. I think the bounce is important here to keep me playing. Awesome. That is nice. Uses my mana. And the timing, what's the timing on this? They're gonna attack before they play a creature, right? And they could be playing Veil of Summer, so I don't think I should risk them untapping. So now, even though I'm at 9, like, if they can only play the white, and I can flip and play Brazen next turn. Yeah, let's see. Snuff out. Okay. Snuff out. I played a bit loosely there. Maybe they don't play like that if I do think they do. But I should have attacked first. Let's see, just maybe I get three damage in. That was bad. I didn't think about snuff out. That can definitely, I mean, I think they're saving that for Murktide. So, it's stupid I give them so much info. Now this is gonna be tough. If I don't know. Even if I get the 3 damage in, I'm not winning this, but it was a better play to just attack first and let them sweat a bit instead of giving them all the info. It's so easy to get lazy in Magic, and it's never a good idea. Like 99 or maybe 90% of the time it doesn't matter, but a decent amount of the time it matters, and definitely more than a minuscule 1% is my hunch. I don't have the data, of course. So, okay. Basically, I'm thinking about why we lost this game. I feel like this is already lost. And basically, if I had had hers and or some bolts, I didn't see bolts, right? I didn't have any removal. Maybe if I had some bolts, I would have been more competitive. But as it stands, I'm pretty far away from getting there. Well, if I hit Brainstorm and Brainstorm finds 2 bolts, I can win. Yeah. What? Attack with Brazen. I'm sure they have a win, but I'll let them show me. Yeah, more bolts. Hers seems sweet. Definitely seems sweet. Like Reclaimer is also. If the thing is, the lands they find are basically Cradle and Talon Gates. So Talon Gates is best when they're attacking, but if their graveyard is small, they're not attacking for much. And yeah, I'm looking forward to game 3 based on that kind of new understanding. I never tried that angle. I never had 3 hearses. This is beyond the other video I made the other day. Okay, so the opponent had a thought. Break for thinking. Me too. And I'm jumping. That's an easy call. And I'm F6, they have Shepherd. I'm just a sitting duck, waiting for Brainstorm into 2 bolts or something. I'm surprised, yeah, maybe they don't have the card that copies a land in the graveyard, Echoing Deeps. I think they would have gone for it there. Can I still do this? I don't know. I mean, they must have something sweet cooking. They won't allow me to keep drawing chump blockers. Let's see. I mean, if nothing else, this takes time off their clock, and Magic Online is a game with a clock. I almost lost the last round to it, to my clock being low, and my opponent is definitely at risk here for game 3. They found a Cradle. Maybe they have a big finish, like a Crater Hoof. This is elves, right? Yeah. They don't. This is an elf, so I guess that's good enough. They snuff out. Okay. If I had a blue card, well, I don't. If I had a blue card, I could have countered that, but activating I can't beat. All right. Any changes? Maybe Daze on the play. Daze on the play might be decent. Daze on the play. Definitely like that. Think I can cut a Bauble. Don't want to cut too much. Maybe cut 1 force. It's a bit crazy. Yeah, I can't do that. Maybe just play 3 days. Tough. Gonna cut another Bauble. It's kind of risky in the sense that my chillers are worse, but I do have a lot of artifacts here that I can bin with other spells, in theory. That's a mulligan. That's a keep. They also mulligan. How do I play this? I feel like Wasteland is the weakest card. Like kind of no guarantees on that one. I hope to be able to. Maybe should have used the fetch here. Just to build my graveyard as much as possible. If I keep drawing fetches, that might come up. Okay. I think this land is like not a land they would play if they had other lands. That's why I'm dazing here. And anyway, when they have Ignoble in play, Daze is so bad. So flipping here would definitely be nice. So am I doing? I think now I can go for the fetching. This is definitely aggressive, but But if they have endurance and I don't have a reply, and it's kind of all for nothing, 2 turns from here. Well, I will be Murktiding pretty soon. I don't Bauble because I really want to flip. I could have drawn a Daze, but that Daze might be good later, and I really want to flip. Okay, Reclaimer. It's good. I would love to be able to pressure them to use a snuff out. Now, before Murktide comes to play, drawing that land, hoping to flip. No, no such luck. I can attack. Now it's really painful if they have the snuff out, because I lose out on, like, I get a 4/4, but my channeler becomes small. I think that's just how we have to place around endurance at least. So let's see if they have snuff out. And like using Reclaimer is, if they don't have, like, this is a bit slow. If they don't have snuff out, I think they're in some trouble. I need like cantrips to really put them in trouble, but they do also have the time. Like, need to not lose the game and then also win the game in 4.5 minutes, which is maybe not easy. But I'm definitely running on fumes here. I can just turn my creature, like one creature sideways, if nothing else changes. So if I have 2 lands on tap, I'm definitely not winning this game. Unless they clog out, of course, timeout. In the meanwhile, they're spending a lot of time just thinking, doing nothing. I think that's maybe bad internet is the reason. I think they would be playing faster if they could. So what are they thinking about? Like, if they are thinking the timing on endurance, playing endurance is okay. It's a bit late to the party, but it keeps my channeler low to the ground. So, any flippies? Please. No, but a Wasteland is playable. Wasteland is definitely playable. So I think they want to find a Dried Arbor here. But I can't let them untap either, so I have to just, I guess, go for this one. Because they have access to Bayou. Yeah, unless they have mana up their sleeve in Spirit Guide, That ain't activating. But the Cradle here is definitely... Okay, they just go for surveilling. So they need to find something, is what I'm thinking. Wooded foothills in the graveyard. Like, this is not gonna be scary, I think, this game. Don't have the time to put mana into that, so it's just a 3/3 and a 3/4. If they're attacking, I don't know. I think Craterhoof is their line, getting mana up to Craterhoof. They have not that much mana. Are they hardcasting Snuff Out? That's good. That's for sure. Very good. Okay, white. They have mana up. Are they attacking? No. Okay. No. No flippies. Huh. Well, Murktide keeps rolling. Do I play my Volcanic? I think I do. This game is so kind of open that at least it, I don't know, opens the threat of a lot of delirium with chaining some cantrips, and but I think they, yeah. Let's see what they can dig up. If it's endurance now. Huh. Okay, they're just exiling. That's decent for me. Are they tapping Reclaimer? They really need a Craterhoof pretty soon to beat their clock. Time is really ticking. 4, 6, 6. But I think just one attack will be enough. Now it definitely will. Okay, no Cradle. Just a... Huh. I think... I want to not take damage like this. So I think I'm just blocking. Kind of minimize the risk of Craterhoof getting there. That might be wrong. Impossible to flip. So let's start. Oh, keep on attacking. Like, I don't know if I'm even winning this game if there's no clock. I mean, they are at 6. I just feel like, yeah, now they have a trick. Do they have a trick? Well, I think now it doesn't matter what they have, because their time is just ticking and ticking and ticking. Okay. I don't know, I think if they don't have Craterhoof in the top 2 cards, then I think I'm winning this game. as it stands, they didn't have the time to finish. That's how it goes on Magic Online. So, see you for round 4. Alright, it's round 4 time, and my opponent usually plays some pretty unfair decks. I am lucky enough to win the die roll. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say no to this, but I hope I can find a counterspell. In the surveilling top 2, do I just play Demons? I guess so. Like, there's a world where Flooded Strand is like an island against Red Stompy. Or just I find a Brainstorm. Maybe the life doesn't... Whoa, what's going on? Okay. Things are happening. This says Flash. All of their cards have Flash. I'm scared. Infernal Tutor. Jesus Christ. This is upkeep. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So how do they beat me? Is this a Storm deck? Why did they spend a slot for this? So they can, like, add North? No. Well, regardless, I'm continuing with the plan. Plan of finding Daze and or Force with the blue card. Let's see what they draw. Where's the Saga? Okay, so I'm officially happy to have my Wasteland. Ponder. Well, I'm not gonna say no to Ponder. And I think I do want the chance of drawing a Force of Will with my Ponder. So I will be just doing this. So I can draw 2. Wow. This will be funky. This will be funky indeed. Force of Will? No. Okay. Wasteland number 2 might be good. I think unless I'm dead now, it'll be good. Kind of. Okay, I'm not dead. I guess they can do instant speed shenanigans, so well, let's take their mana. And Ponder looking for Daze. Force of Negation. I mean, I'm not gonna say no, even though it's not enough. Okay. Can I do something smart? Not really. I'm just gonna maybe, I don't know, draw the Murktide so they can't arrest my Force of Negation. Okay, let's see if this Force of Negation will arrive on time. They don't know about the waste. Okay, they say go. Sweet. So I can bolt them, get to Delirium. I think I want to surveil first. Okay. Then I'm gonna bolt. And I'll keep that. That's cool. Okay. Feeling better. We have a shield. We have a clock. And if they go discard past the turn, we have another force waiting. But them amassing cards, I feel like they might be playing ad nauseum, but does that make sense with this card? I'm sure I should know. I should remember this. That's a combo. I just don't remember what's up. I have to admit. So I'm gonna play the Wasteland because then Saga doesn't make a mana if they play it. The question is, no, I'm not playing this Murktide, I think, because now I'm beating discard. My clock is good enough. Even have double force, counting the hard-casted negation, so it's pretty easy. It's an easy decision, I think, to just say go. The clock is 1 turn quicker if I play the Murktide, I think, but maybe 2. Maybe 2. That's definitely something. Lotus Petal. Swamp. Necrodominance. Well, I'm gonna have to say no to that. Even though it's... Okay, Daze is awesome. I mean, even though I'm not sure they win with that Necrodominance, but I see no reason to give them a chance to have an awesome draw. So still, same procedure, like Murktide is my first pitch. No reason to get frisky and play the Murktide, I think. This is a game I just have to, like, as often as it often is against combo, a game where we just have to put up a big shield of counter spells. And once they already spent a pedal last turn, and they can keep playing those turns and still have enough resources to win, I think. Okay, they concede. Why do they concede now? It's a bit early, maybe because they cannot win from such a low life total, 4. So it's a Necrodominance deck. I mean, that explains the ley line, because then they hope to draw a lot and win the game before they have to discard to Necrodominance. That's what's up. Brazen is good to bounce it. Pyroblast is poof, bad. Meltdown because they have Saga and artifact stuff. Force of Negation, of course. Consign. I can consign the Necrodominance trigger, I believe. And I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a Bergoyf Duke. But that is what it is. Question is if I... If I want a Pyroblast for the ley line, is it really good? Doesn't seem good. Heat just as like a one-off. Both options seem really poor. I think I'm just gonna assume they don't have Bergoyf until I see it and play a Bolt. Yeah. No, I'm gonna see what a Pyroblast can do. It's yeah. Like if they go to a low life total, thinking that they can win on the end step with their bunch of cards, maybe a Power Blast can be clutch on the ley line. Huh. What a bad against Necrodominance. Necrodominance, I don't think you can keep this. I'd be tempted if there was a Wasteland, kind of tempted, but no good cantrips, no Wasteland, no Force. Like it's good against discard, but no, I can do better than this. I have so many, at least two. Did I? I pressed keep. Don't make that mistake in my in my spot. uh, too much talking. um, I can go volcanic here. So let's find Wastelands and Forces. Or Meltdown. Consign. It's a bit slow. Gonna make. I can counter them getting something off the Saga. I can bounce one of their tokens. I guess I'm gonna keep it. And once again, I want to draw into a force. So let's see if they can make a construct. Duress. Okay. Well, there goes a consign. I imagine they're passing the turn, but they could have Petals, Ritual, Necrodominance, Beseech, that kind of stuff. Mockingbird is mocking me a bit by being not what I need. I don't need more. Okay. Don't need more channelers. One is enough. Let's see how deep they go. I can F6, by the way. So yeah, they had a Duress, they had a Wasteland, they had a great hand. So I kind of, even if I mulligan to a Force, I would have to find like 2 Forces for that to be good. So it's tough when you start mulliganing and they have a good 7-card hand, for sure. Still think I should have mulliganed, but that happens with me at least. I'm sure a lot of Magic Online grinders out there don't make those mistakes. Well, I think it's pretty rare that I do, but misclicks do happen in my life. I'm even though I had the client for years and I played somewhat regularly, I never played a lot. I never felt super comfortable with the client. Like I always considered myself a paper player. Daze. They play Into the Warrens. Okay. Hmm. They play Empty the Warrens. How do I want to... Like, I can bounce this. Um... Hmm. Like, I don't want to play Mockingbird. Question is how I... What's the timing? For now, I'm just gonna say go. Hmm. And if I wait to bounce this with the trigger on the stack, then what happens? They just get the... They don't get the maximum hand size is 5, but they get the cards. If they, I think so. Hmm. They know I have the Brazen. I need a creature or a sorcery in the yard for Delirium. And they are thinking. I mean, they might have not found a kill. They duress. Huh. Guess I can Daze, steal a mana. Is that good? I don't think they're gonna pay. Do I want to give them Storm is the thing. They're not gonna pay, so do I want to give them Storm? I don't. Since I know they're not gonna pay. Yeah. I'm not giving them Storm. I mean, they'll pay if if they don't care about the mana, but if they care, they are not gonna pay because they know most of my hand. So empty the Warrens. I mean, it's a fine sideboard card against Delver. That's a classic. I don't know if red mana is easy for them to achieve. I guess they have a lot of petals. I wonder if they play Burning Wish. Don't think so, but it's not impossible. So it would look like they... Okay, play land. Ritual, something, something? No? Okay. Bounce the Necrodominance. They can play it again, but then... That is what it is. Like... Yeah, I just took a moment to see if I can find like a rules answer for Necrodominance and bouncing it with the trigger on the stack. I couldn't find anything, so I'm gonna go with what I feel is meaningful. That at the beginning of the end step. This will go on the stack, and Tough Cookie, that's in play. Like that's on the stack, and bouncing won't change its resolution. But I'm curious if there's a rules expert. Maybe you don't even need to be an expert, but if someone knows, please type it in the comments. Because it definitely makes a difference here. And now they can replay it if they have mana, or they could use it here to get mana on the Chromax. I have 2 cards left. Seems like they would need some more mana to couple Lionside Diamond with a tutor. I imagine they're really close though. If they don't have it. Okay, seems like they don't have it. What's the timing on my Brainstorm? I think I need to get aggressive, and that's the timing. Maybe now's the time to get this Mockingbird in, get a lot of looks. Yeah. Get a lot of looks and find myself Delirium and counter spells. Ugh. That's not good. I'm gonna Wasteland twice in a row, but not sure that's good enough. Yeah, I am just a Wastelander. Okay, here goes combo. Yeah, need to find some interaction on that Brainstorm. That was not just a Wasteland. Let's see what they can go to. Beseech, yeah. And then play the graveyard. Storm is what? Not so high yet. Yeah, okay, I'm F6ing. Do your worst. I think it's pretty safe to say they'll be winning here, but I like to let my opponents play it out. At least until there's a storm trigger on the stack. Dum dum dum. This is kind of the fast forward part of at least they're resolving it quickly. Okay, I am ready. Ready to see the win. Okay. Sweet. I almost got there, even if my my keep was a misclick. Is a braid better? I think a braid is better than Pyroblast. Just getting a big token or like a Vault of Whispers. Hydroblast. Yeah, Burning Wish. Maybe that's even better. It's a blue card. And Mockingbird is bad. Like, I'm gonna do like that, yeah. Mostly it's just a blue card, but it does have text, more text than Mockingbird, I think. Against combo, I don't want a bunch of creatures. One is kind of enough. Okay, sweet. Love to see it. A Delver, a Force, maybe a Hydroblast has text, maybe not. I'm weak to Saga, and that's the thing. I don't have cantrips to find my Wastelands. But Saga on the draw is also, maybe it's difficult for them to get the mana going to build the constructs in time. Let's see. My hand is definitely not perfect since I have some clunky Murktides. They kept 7. Saga is so good in their deck. I really, yeah, I like it, and I don't like it when I have to play against it, but it's sweet. So, am I getting discarded? Yeah, thinking about maybe, okay, they want to play around Daze or something. Sheldred, okay. Scary. At least it's gone now. Dotsies, okay. Happens. Happens, it happens. Now I really have to hope and pray that this Hydroblast has text. Okay, that's a relevant card at least, but it's on its own. And when it's known, I don't think it's enough. Like, I really need them to have a Burning Wish hand, I think, for me to have a real shot, so that they need to discard me once and play around Daze. Then we're talking. Okay, Saga. At least it's a turn later than it could have been. Okay. And nothing. Okay, okay. Can we get there like this? I mean, it's not impossible, but I feel quite naked without force cantrips. My kingdom for a Brainstorm on the top, or a Force of Will, I guess. But mostly Brainstorm, so I can find Wasteland and Force of Will. Like, if I flip, the tokens shouldn't be fast enough unless they have the lifelink thingy. Infernal Tutor, yeah. Not dazing for nothing. Lion's Eye, scary. So they have 2 Lion's Eyes. And a third one coming up, potentially. That's not a flip. I definitely need to crack my Bauble now to hope to find a force. Chromax, they have infinite mana. See if they have to go play a red spell. They don't have red mana yet, but okay. I feel kind of dead in the water. But let's see. Like, they have so much mana. I guess Lionside doesn't really always count if they need their card in hand. But yeah, 3 artifacts in hand. So maybe Chromax doesn't make mana. There is a world. Just open up here. When am I playing this Daze? Wow, okay. Here's the Chromax. Null red is good against these decks, in case you were wondering. 2 cards left. Is there a Burning Wish? I mean, they know about the Hydroblast, so I guess I'm being too optimistic here. Way too optimistic. They have 4 mana. 5. Just exactly enough. Okay. Yeah, I'm not beating that. So had I found a force, the game would be over. As it is against Storm. They have 9 mana. Should be good enough. In many a way. 5 mana up. Yeah. Ah, wrong color. So now, yeah. I'm not F6ing since I do have a Daze. But this is over for sure. No. I can F6. Feel free to scroll to the next video. We have like 1 minute. It's almost like a principle that I don't concede too early. I think it's just good practice to let your opponent play out. Unless you have some, you really have to go somewhere and you want to save the 30 seconds. So yeah, this is two games where we had like some turns to find, like this game and the last one. If we find a Force of Will, either like a cantrip into a force or like the Mockingbird turn where we brainstorm. You know, the small differences that make a win or a loss, but it's just really it's close games, and you just have to play as much to eke out as much of a percentage to get to those forces and wastelands, and then I think these matchups are generally pretty nice for the Delver pilot, but it didn't work out. Let's see about the last round. All right, round 5. Let's see if we can get that 4-1. My opponent, nice die roll. I'm pretty lucky these days. My opponent, I'm pretty sure, based on the history, that they play Oops. But I've been wrong in that department before. I'm gonna mulligan regardless. And oh yeah, they even have 61 cards. Maybe they're just really clever. I'm gonna keep a Delver Daze hand on the play. I think, yeah. I think that's criminal to not keep that. Maybe I'll keep the bolt. Yeah. I think I want to try and draw Force of Will. I'm banking on them playing Oops. Let's see if they keep mulliganing. Kind of need that, I think, to be able to win. Like Daze is, it can be enough. It's not impossible, but I think most often it's not enough. They have a lot of mana in their deck. Maybe if they have like kind of tight mana, and they have to like Thoughtseize to kind of get started, get some time to. Once upon a time, okay. Once again, I'm maybe overthinking things. Yeah, Thespian Stage. Brazen's gonna be nice. Okay. Max Diamond, scary. So they have what? Crop open. Okay, I'm gonna play that so I can surveil. And maybe find an island, I guess, if they have Loam Wasteland, that's prudent. Okay, that's Dazeable. So how do I want to do this? I think I want to get my island. Just be kind of also Brazen can kind of wait in the shadows later on to bounce a Dark Depths token. So can we flip? Indeed. A sweet one. Just playing the island they know about. So they don't have Loam, I assume. They might have more Rumbles. Yeah. Daze is not doing much now. When do I want to play this Brainstorm? Do I want to find a Force? I actually think I do. Find a Force to couple with this Daze. Alright. Shuffling a land, maybe? Yeah. Okay, do your worst. So lands it is. Definitely not Oops. The opposite Spectre. That allows for a longer game. That's nice, but I do enjoy playing against Oops. I think it's pretty fun playing against these fast combo decks. They find Maze of Ith, and they chose Maze of Ith. Okay. Well, they didn't find Loam, so that's good. I think I want to check my top card. See if it's good. Like I'm looking for Wasteland, of course. Wait a minute. I knew about that. Stupid. I knew about that. And I don't want it. So I'm gonna surveil in response to this. Oh, something's happening. Huh. This is gonna be on. Yeah, I'm dazing it regardless. I think it's gonna be on Wasteland. If they make a 2020 in this turn, I kind of have to be careful how I play. Can I... If I don't draw this, I surveil and they waste me. I might be losing that game. But they have a Maze of it. I think I need to do better. Like I'm not winning as it stands. I don't think this is good. Like I guess they were going to name Wasteland with that flute to protect the Mazavith. Okay, they do have the combo. I assume they're gonna do it now. Okay, sweet. I'm in luck. I am in luck. So let's see if they have game after that. If they can put it back together. Like, they have to be quick, me having a bolt and playing this end of turn. Of course, they have Maze of Ith now. Yeah, we definitely have a game. They have so many powerful draws, like, that's okay. Like, I'm happy they played that and not Maze of Ith. Means I can't play Brazen, but sure. Heat is probably a dead card here. Maze of Ith, yeah. I think I'm gonna spend my mana bolting here. Okay, yeah. I'm paying, but huh. A flute, okay. Gonna fetch. Alright, maybe they're gonna say Brazen Borrower? Wasteland? Yeah, Wasteland. Probably Wasteland. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what are my potential draws? More threats is nice. More threats is nice even though they cost mana. Okay, sweet. Sweet indeed. Do I think I'm gonna force? Probably not. Gonna put it like this. And they need something. With my bolt on top. And map. Well, I can force this. So I'm doing it. Sage you. Okay. Close game. Being up 1-0 against Lance is sweet. It's one of the tough matchups, for sure. One of the tough matchups. Do I get any indication of... I mean, it looks like classic lanes. They might have endurance. They might not. Like hers is sweet in the sense of being a threat that controls the graveyard. Negation, of course, meltdown. Consigns are definitely worth considering. So usually Bolt doesn't have a target. Heat can save the day against endurance. In a way, as I explained in the other round, hers can kind of do the same thing. Mockingbird looks bad. Sorry. Do I want a heat? That might be completely blank. I feel like no. This is my first thought. A braid, since they have the flute, might actually be good. Because the flute on Wasteland can be very decisive. 3 hearses. It's a lot. It is definitely a lot. Daze is bad. I think I'm gonna try this. Like the heats are really big, maybe. Sorry. I'm gonna try like this. And I have a sweet one. I'm gonna keep that. Delta looks like a pitch card. Force of Negation to get rid of Loam. Good. Stage. Okay. Exploration is scary. I could play another land. I feel like I have to do something about this. But since I can counter the Loam, they play a Saga. I think just tempo-wise, I'm really not sure. I feel like on the draw, I can get too far behind doing nothing here. Okay. Like they shouldn't normally be able to make their 2020 straight away, so I'm gonna get my Chandler on board. But after that, I might have to keep up Wasteland to not get Ghost Quarter. Okay. I'm happy it's not a Wasteland. Rumble. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go this route. Really aggressive, but I feel like letting that slide is dangerous. Wasteland is sweet. Okay. Like, fine. I'm happy about that, even though the top of my deck was a good one. Wow. Okay. I'm happy I play a Steam Vents. They surgical my Volcanic Island. They have one card left. So now I'm definitely playing the hearse. Definitely playing the hearse, and I feel pretty good about this game. They have one card left. Yeah, I think playing the like if I play the Wasteland, I risk getting wasted. And what if I play the what if I wait? Yeah, I'm gonna Steam Vents. Gonna Steam Vents. Do also have the Surveil land, so yes, surgical on Volcanic is really not a strong play. Back in the day, it was not a good play either, but it was at least sometimes people would win, removing all the dual lanes, but not these days. Is a Force of Negation good? Next turn, think they do nothing. I play Wasteland, and I think I don't want this. I think I want creatures. Not a counterspell that I kind of won't be able to play because ah, sorry, talking and not thinking. Forgot about activating hers. That's okay. Let's sharpen up to the last moments of this league. Definitely sweet drawing that, by the way. But let's sharpen up. All right, that happens. Oh, they play Legolas quick reflexes. What do they choose between Wasteland, Beseju, Disruptive Flute? Like, there is a world where I should have bounced the Max Diamond, killed the stage, but I don't know. It's aggressive. My clock isn't that good. Ghost Quarter, Beseju. So are they gonna waste me? Like, I think bouncing Max Diamond doesn't really do anything. Realistically, well, it does. Take them off mana. They're gonna waste me, I think, now. Yeah, I decided I should have done this before. Should have done this before because I have Loam under control, and I kind of, yeah, it's fine. A Daze, is a Daze good? Might be okay. But I think I'd rather have a land. You'd be able to pay for days with the token, so it's like not that good. nothing else changes, I'm probably... Okay, Consign could do things. I'm taking them off the stage now when they don't have crop rotation mana. At some point I'll have Delirium and a big hearse, I assume. No place, okay. Sweet draw. For several reasons. Mostly just that I can Wasteland their lands, but this is countering the Max Diamond, by the way. I assume so. No place. I can't play that, so I don't want it. I need a creature and an artifact in the graveyard. Sweet. Can't play that. So what are they drawing? Wasteland. Okay. So I can... I can rumble with Hearse. I feel like that's a good play because the graveyard is under control. This should have been +2, by the way, which does make a difference. Okay. Here's a Surveil land, potentially. Well, that's all it is. Well, that's not an efficient use of their time. I mean, if that's the best I can do, I am happy. Yeah, like playing tight is just always matters. Like this would have been lethal and we got there anyway. Sweet. Got the 4-1. Had a close loss and some sweet games. Hope you enjoyed this league with the Mockingbird. I'll be talking about that in the closing thoughts. Don't go anywhere. All right, closing thoughts on Izzet Delver with Mockingbird. So as I said in the deck tech, I never played with this before, and I have to say I don't really feel like doing it again either, because it's in a slot where it's like main usage is copying one of these, but that's not so often what you want to be doing. Like committing a second threat can, of course, be good, but it's not always that you have the time and luxury to prioritize your cards like that. And so it feels like a kind of redundant when playing tempo. You don't want too many creatures. Like I have like the 11 for sure here, and then Brazen is sometimes a creature. Sure, it's not. I don't hate 13. I like 13, but ideally, this slots 12 and 13 they do, and maybe 14, they do something unique, and I feel like this is just a few samples of gameplay and doesn't say much, but I it makes me think that over the course of a lot of games in an open metagame, a lot of the time this is going to be a bit subpar, just okay, not never really bad, but rarely very strong. But the other cards that you could play, like Questing Druid or Cutter, they have a high ceiling where they change the dynamics of especially control matchups. And against control, having more one drops is not it's okay, but it doesn't change much. It doesn't change the nature of how the games play out. But having something that can give you card advantage, that actually changes the matchups and makes it better. So not having those, even though I didn't face control, I feel like that's going to be a problem. And I don't think it helps our combo matchups either. I don't need too many creatures against combo, so that leaves us with kind of the mirror. And as I mentioned, the idea behind this bird is in this metagame is to copy Bowmasters and Bargoyfs. And it's like that's definitely something that can come up, but first of all you have to be paired against those decks. Let's say like the Izzet mirror included, that it's like 30% of the metagame. It's probably a bit lower. You have to be paired against those decks, and you have to draw it at the opportune time. And then in all the other matchups and all the other moments against Tempo and Reanimator, it's either like a really bad card in your opening hand or almost a blank. I wouldn't go so far to say it's going to be a blank. It's always going to be a bit better than that. But since you have a lot of choices in these last slots, I don't feel convinced. But it's worth thinking about it. If the metagame has a lot of creatures where this can shine, then it's definitely worth considering. I don't have much of an opinion on Force of Negation. I think it's okay. It makes sense, especially in leagues where you have a lot of fast combo decks. So I think I'm going to keep on playing that if it's what I need to have the space for the double Hydroblast. The Hearses I really like. I feel like I'm getting more and more married to at least the first two copies. A Braid is gonna keep that in mind. And next time, I think I'm gonna be playing some kind of cutter, but let's see. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll be back for next week, next Tuesday. See you there.